Good night, big moon, sweet dreams, baby. If I could have one wish tonight, it would be that you'll always keep the star in your eyes.
The 30 Project was my way of understanding how, in the last 30 years, we've grown to a problem of 1 billion hungry and 1 billion overweight in the world. So ChangeDinner is this idea of, let's come back to the table and let's just be activists right in our own home, at our own table, with our own friends and family in our own communities. Because by making better food choices and by purchasing your food in a different way and understanding where your food comes from, you actually can have a huge impact on the way food is produced and consumed around the world. Just in the production of this meal tonight, we went to the farmer's market. Just going to a place, not knowing exactly what you want to buy, but knowing that your own creativity and your ability to come up with a really cool meal is totally inside you, and anyone can do it.
Free samples, peaches, plums, blue odds, sweet, sticky, organic grapes. Come and try.
I think we should just serve people kettle corn.
We got gorgeous local bass, amazing tomatoes we're gonna bake with it, some little baby fennel that might go in that.
Berries.
Berries for a
Pie.
And then beets.
And beets, yeah.
Beets and
goat
corn
cheese.
and goat cheese.
And of course, most of it's local.
Absolutely everything we bought today is probably within a 1 to 200 mile radius, sounds like, from talking to the farmers.
All right, we're all set. What do you think?
Yeah, sexy. The reality is when you bring a group of people together and you're cooking something for them and you haven't finished setting the table when they arrive, or if you need some help in the kitchen, people are always more than welcome to jump in. I used to take a shower as guests were arriving, so I'd come out and it'd already be behind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just because then it got interesting.
Well, and chances are they're gonna pick up something and help out.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're gonna be like, God, it was so cool. I was at this dinner, and then and then I learned, I started cutting figs and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And again, there you have narrative as opposed to no story.
Every single fire started with a spark. We can feel it burn when we're dancing in the dark.
Being on tour is not as glamorous as it seems. Everyone's like, oh cool, great, you get to go travel around for 8 weeks or however long. We were stopping to get gas at gas stations and the only food to eat was fast food. And I really never felt like I had experienced the cities we were visiting or really got a sense of the people who lived there until we got out in the communities outside of the main drag and started visiting like local mom and pop restaurants and going to farmers markets. The goal, we were talking about this earlier, we're all just trying to make money so we can buy food and feed ourselves. That's why we work. That's why, we want to put a roof over our heads and we want to feed our families. And it's really the reason why we're slaving away to get up in the morning and get ready for work. It's so we can put food on our table. And somehow along the lines, that point has been completely missed. And it's been like, oh, we're going to go to work, and let's grab food on the way in our car and eat in our car. And what percentage of people?
20%, right, Michael?
20% of meals are eaten in the car.
In this country, 20% of meals are eaten in the car.
I was talking to Emma earlier, and she was like, corn! Oh my God, do you have corn? How did you do that? And I'm like, it's the craziest thing. You put a seed in the ground, and you water it, and corn comes up. It's so amazing.
Crazy.
But, all these years I just thought I wasn't a good gardener. As it turns out, I just wasn't gardening. And so what gardening has given me is that I now have a conversation not only with my children and with my friends around the table, but also with my neighbors. My neighbors all grow things, and why are my tomatoes not coming up, but your tomatoes next door are? Why are my figs growing and your figs are not? And so we can trade food, pretty much over the fence. And I find that there's a lot of joy in that.
What's been fascinating to me is, you think about school meals and what kids are served in school, and you think about kids from more disadvantaged situations, how 2 of their 3 meals a day come from school. For breakfast, they were serving them flavored milk and coffee cake, which was about 50 to 60 grams of sugar before class, and they were wondering why kids weren't focused and didn't have the energy and weren't really aware. And then you serve them corn dogs and nuggets, all processed, for lunch. And and the fact that there wasn't really outrage around it, because it's just, this isn't real food.
I believe that we are going to have a revolution, and it's not that it's starting now, it's been happening for a long time, but it's going to need to be aided, because you can't have everyone going to farmers markets. You can't have everyone eating really well all the time unless it's subsidized. And that's not going to come from the government, because Medicare is going to be, toast. And so it will be new designs and new systems, and I think it'll be built around food.
I see this and I love food. I love, love, love food. And when you show them a beet and they don't know what a beet is, when you show them a pepper and they go, is that an apple? You go, okay, wait a minute, we need to build these connections back. We need to connect the dots, reconnect the dots with, especially the younger generation. That's what really fueled my personal interest with our food, and have people start to really feel proud of their food and know where it came from and know the story. And I think the minute that you know where your food comes from, you get a connection to it, and you can enjoy it that much more.
There's this whole feminist dialogue that needs to happen around the table. I think it's really hot and sexy to be Michelle standing in there baking a pie. You are but you know what? Like, you're a working woman, you're a mom, and you can, in a really sexy and awesome way, bake a beautiful pie. And I am also bringing it up because I want to eat it, but that's like,
Maybe this wind blowing in just came from the ocean.
And a background helicopter. Thank you for indulging me.
oh my God, that was amazing. Thank you.
I make pie, but if you want the pie, I have to sing a couple songs.